Who are we facing? What are we facing? Faria? She's been brainwashed.
How did you get in here?
Wait, something about her isn't right.
What's wrong with her? She doesn't even seem to know where she is.
Yeah, you're right. She looks just like the soldiers we encountered outside.
The dark astral core. Oh my god. What the heck is this? Okay.
A summoning?
But that's preposterous. She never had that kind of power when...
We can talk later. Here it comes!
The astral core. Tormented limbs. Oh my god, the name.
I've never known Faria to control symbols like that before.
How about with a stone that looks suspiciously like a master core?
Where did she get her hands on that?
First we handle the symbols, then we get some answers.
Here, let me help. Dance in the wind! Air thrust! A chain between heaven and earth! Annihilation! A wailing Banshee alone! Eagle dive! Here! I can handle it! I'm just getting started!
Law, careful.
This one keeps charging us!
That's what my shield's for! Get behind me!
Okay, maybe it's time for Kisara to take the place of Rinwell. It doesn't seem to be doing any... Ouch! Any ouch! Oh god. Come on, Alphen!
I owe you one.
Oh yeah, maybe... Dahnan?
Let the marksman handle this! Meteor! Inferno perfect!
Ignite!
This one is annihilation!
Swallow blade!
Quick shot!
Dragon swarm!
Burning strike! Glacial spear! Here's evil!
Okay.
Freeze laser! You're off!
God, Kisara, what are you doing, man?
I don't feel so hot.
You should sit this one out then.
And miss all the fun. No way.
In a bind?
Flaming thrust!
I'll bring you back from depths of this!
Ouch.
Take this!
Imbue this vanquish.
Healing Skywalk!
Resuscitation.
Oh god.
Inside me, yours.
Here's a hit! Punch you left!
Swallow blade! Strike! Flaming thrust!
Piercing ray!
I'm not done!
Mega ray!
It's over!
Going in! Mega ray! I never miss!
Oh, core break.
Really?
Take it down!
Take this.
This one's water! Here not go!
Now you see what I can do.
Whoa! What is that?
Here, let me help!
Kisara! Oh,
Rending you apart.
I'll fix this one's mine!
You're mine! I'm not done! Be still!
I'll take you all on. Ha! Flare the Malisha!
Here's a healer!
Denied!
First aid!
Be let free!
Annihilation! Not in your dreams! Healing!
what is it doing?
Here's evil!
Ignite!
This one's mine! Freeze laser!
Radiant light. Flux of regeneration.
No escape! Swallow blade!
Appreciate how can't get out of this.
Do it!
Strike.
Get toasty!
Half time.
Now you see what I can do. Evil ray.
Mega ray! By the power of Water
Blind you with the sky.
Gemini Aqua!
Woo! Over limit.
Wits about it, people.
Careful!
Eat dirt. Oh, two-sided. This one's mine. Here, let me help. Appreciate that.
No further. Be yours to be let free.
Lightning. Downfall.
You picked the wrong fight.
Oh,
Lightning meteor.
what does it even do? Doesn't seem to be doing any damage. Does it? Not sure.
Confiscated. Here, let me help.
Uh oh, what's it doing?
Far enough.
You're mine. Swallow blade. You. Stay away from my friend.
Shionne is dead.
Going in. Hurricane strike. On guard. I can't lose.
Take this!
Here, let me help.
Oh god. Okay, maybe take a pineapple gel. Yeah. Oh, oh, it's kinda teleporting.
Shattering it! Attack time! Take this!
You're mine.
Everyone, attack!
I can carve through armor! Can you take it?
Whoa.
Castle. Here I come.
I never miss. Not on my watch.
Ooh, core break. Even though it did not have a weakness.
Take this! Let us take to the fray!
You picked the wrong fight.
Denied. I'm almost impressed. This one's mine. I said almost.
See what I can do!
You're mine. No escape.
Ooh. Careful. Dark magic.
Negative gate!
One out.
Uh-oh.
Here, let me help. Freeze Lancer.
Be still. You're mine.
Here's the healing art. First aid.
No further. Be yours to be let free. Ignite.
Here goes. Radiant Pierce. Not on my watch. I got Lunar Corruption.
You're mine.
Nice, Kisara.
Mega Ray.
Swallow blade.
Now you see what I can do!
Hurricane Strike. This one, if it's in the sky, it's mine.
Bathed in blood, rending you apart!
Here I come.
Hurricane Strike. I'll heal you all. I'll take you all on. Ha! Flare the Annihilator. I'll heal you all. Far enough.
We need healing.
Light up the dark. Searing flame.
Take it.
Reload. I'm out of
Can't
ammo.
get out of this!
Lunarongo. It's so try harder.
First aid.
You're mine.
Hurricane.
Bathed in
This
blood,
one's
rending
mine.
you apart!
Take it.
Bloody
I'm not done.
The best.
Forgive me.
Okay.
Was it mine? Another incantation brewing.
Not today.
Kisara is dead.
Take this!
Swallow blade.
Armor won't save you! Rending you apart!
No escape.
I'm ready!
Strike!
This one's got your name on it.
Ashes to ashes!
Okay. And Faria is just gone. That's great. No, she's still here. Okay.
Now it's just her! Faria, can you hear me? Faria!
She gonna summon something else?
She's preparing another summoning.
The art she's casting is way too powerful to control. At this rate, her body won't be able to take much more. Dohalim.
Dohalim. Nice, Shionne.
Forgive me.
Well, maybe that wasn't necessary at all.
Man, I thought we were goners.
Everything okay?
Yes. She's only unconscious.
Not her. I meant you.
Shionne, please. Can you treat her?
I can try, but I can't promise she'll be back to her real self when she wakes up. All I can do is heal her physically.
We're not even supposed to be in here. Maybe it'd be better if we moved her to somewhere a little safer. Don't you think?
Like where?
In that case,
I'll take her off your hands.
What?
you? Avakir, what are you doing here?
I was curious what you were up to, so I took the liberty of following you to find out. I overheard what you said about Tarnagan, about how he really died. I'm sorry, I had no idea.
And you believed me? What makes you so sure I wasn't lying?
I like to think I know you a little better than that, Dahnan. Give me some credit. I'll take Faria. Leave her with me. I know better than to ask what you're up to. But whatever it is, I hope it all works out.
Thank you.
Are you not even questioning how we got into the Forbidden Zone in the first place?
He seems like a good friend.
He hasn't changed. He never was one to stand out. Instead, he was always hanging back, worrying about everyone else. As for Faria, it's always the closest to me who get hurt.
You don't seriously blame yourself for what happened to her, do you?
Somebody got to her, to strike back at me. Someone who knew me well enough to know that I'd hesitate to fight back. And the same goes for you as well. Neither you nor Faria would have lost loved ones if it wasn't for me.
You're wrong. Kelzelik was the one who killed my brother, under orders from Almadria. As for Tarnagan, if it weren't for the crown contest, he'd still be alive. That and the whole damn hierarchy that makes it possible. But that's why we're fighting. To put an end to this whole messed up system that treats people as expendable.
Indeed. Ridding society of this blight is really the only way I know how to atone for my sins.
You can't atone, Dohalim. I know it hurts to hear, but those people are dead. No amount of soul-searching or trying to make amends is going to change that.
Harsh.
Forgiveness, acceptance, those ships have sailed.
So I just forget the harm I caused?
No, the opposite, in fact. You remember. You never forget. You keep it in your heart always. And then you go on living. Not for those already passed, but for those still alive.
For those still alive.
Kisara's right. So long as we've still got breath in our bodies, we can make a difference in the lives of others. Lives being the operative word.
That's what living's all about. Being able to still make a difference. Punishing yourself for the past won't make the pain of your conscience go away.
Only fixing the problem in its stead. Is that what you're saying?
That's right. You have to live for tomorrow, Dohalim, not for yesterday. And not only that, you need to live for yourself, and for the change that you still can be.
I shall try.
Don't forget, we've still got a mystery to solve. The Forbidden Zone, remember?
Shionne,
Huh?
thank you. You have my deepest gratitude for what you did for Faria.
Glad to be of service.
I'm glad we could stop Faria without hurting her.
You all did much for her as well. I'm most grateful. Oh, shucks. We're on the same team, right? Let's move on.
But what about the Master Core? Is it now permanently destroyed? Where is it? Do we have it? I don't think we have it, right? Do we have it? No, right? No way we have it. Yeah, okay. Oh, I forgot to use them. Yeah, we got 4 herbs actually. Lavender raises attack. I guess Shionne can do with more attack. Elemental attack. Does Kisara use elemental attack? I guess she does. But I use it more often, I think, with my blazing sword. Max HP, okay. This one's easy, Rinwell. Another elemental attack. Okay, whatever, give it to Kisara. We are in good shape. Well, HP wise we're not in a good shape, but I hope there won't be any other battles. Oh my god, where did I came from? Came from the south and we're going to the west. Okay. Faria the Pawn. Oh. Damn it.
What is it, Rinwell? Do you hear something again?
Yeah. It's that voice.
The will of Dahna's astral energy.
It's here? Another memory? The Rena's Alma?
What? There's so much astral energy. But where's it all coming from? It's almost like it's alive.
Whoa. Hey, isn't this the Thorns? What? What? I lost control or something.
That was the spirit channeling ceremony just now. No, it was more than that.
What the hell was that? It felt like everything was on the brink of... like the whole world was seconds from...
Oblivion. It's the same vision as the one my thorns show me. A vision of impenetrable darkness that swallows up us and everything else.
An empty void. A nothing so complete and dominating that there aren't even words to describe it. The end of time.
The visions of the apocalypse you've been seeing. If I'd known how bad they were,
So, everything we just saw, those were Naori's memories, right?
That's right. It was as if her innermost thoughts were speaking directly to us. At least I know they weren't mine.
That power flowing into her, it reminds me of Shionne's thorns.
Yeah.
If they're what's responsible for all these visions she's been having, then maybe my thorns are made from that same astral energy?
If that is the case, we just found the missing link between your thorns and what happened here 3 centuries ago. No, more than a link. Perhaps even the very heart of the matter.
I've never felt astral energy so powerful. What was that? If it's the same energy your thorns are made of, it must be dark astral energy, right? And isn't that something only Renans have?
Correct. Dark astral energy is possessed by Renans alone.
And when enough astral energy gathers together, it develops its own form of sentience. If so, maybe that complete oblivion is exactly what the Renan astral energy's will is wishing for. But why?
I don't know. Will can be a pretty vague thing to nail down. It's more of a feeling, just like the will of Dahna.
But the will of Dahna is made up of astral energy too, right? And if that's what's been showing us these visions... I don't know, should we really be getting so involved with this thing?
Dahna's will would never want oblivion.
But you can't say that for sure.
Cut it
It's
out, you
warning
two.
us.
Squabbling over theories will get us nowhere.
Let's keep moving. If it's Dahna's will showing us these memories, then I'm as clueless about its motives as any one of us. But if it could lead us to the truth, then I want to find out more.
Shionne's right. All we can do is keep going. If these really are Naori's memories we're watching, there could be truths in them I was never aware of. And I think they may be the kinds of truths I need to confront if we're going to keep fighting.
I'm sorry about what I said earlier. Come on, let's go.
Finally, we begin to understand what the thorns are.
Yes, and their source. A ceremony that occurred 3 centuries ago.
But we still don't know how to get rid of them. I just hope we can find a way.
Well, what is... I mean, Naori already had the thorns, and somehow Shionne, her descendant, also has it. Maybe it's being passed down generations for generations. The title of Maiden is there to keep it in check. But the vision, it seemed like the thorns already broke out of the Maiden's power thingy.
Soon, we might very well learn the truth behind Shionne's thorns, as well as my own past.
God, I didn't expect it to go into another cutscene. I wanted to get a skit.
I have to be ready to face anything. Whatever happens. I just need a little time first. I
Yes.
want to make sure I go into whatever comes next completely prepared.
Yeah. Okay, that sounded ominous. I didn't think so hard about that, but now I'm scared.
Do you think Faria was really being controlled by someone?
Certainly seemed that way. The question is, who? The Red Woman?
The same person who's behind all of this, I'll bet. Whoever that is.
Brainwashed or otherwise, the feelings of resentment she holds towards me are real.
Someone used her because they knew we'd hold back. If that's not playing dirty, I don't know what is.
It does tell us one thing at least. Someone here in Lenegis is watching us. Someone who means us harm.
There's no question. That attack was meant for us alone.
By someone capable of getting inside a person and manipulating them like a weapon. We need to find whoever it is, fast.
Yep. Seeing visions.
That vision we saw, it was as if it was meant specifically for us.
What do you make of it? Do you still think the will of Dahna might be involved somehow?
Maybe it's trying to tell us something. But what?
Well, it could be supernatural. You know, like seeing dead people, messages from beyond the grave, ghost-type stuff.
That's your grand theory? That we're being haunted? Come on, Law.
Wait, he might be closer to the mark than you think. What if a person's thoughts and deeds were to somehow become indelibly etched into the ether of a place? And what if those with a connection could then somehow pick up on them?
You think that's what it was? Some kind of message someone left here for us?
I am merely entertaining the possibility. Whether it was Dahna's will, or somehow connected to the Sovereign and Maiden's powers, I do not know.
Okay, back up a sec. You're saying that if a place is full of enough astral energy, it can somehow show us events that happened centuries ago?
More to the point, how does that much astral energy gather in one place anyway? Seems unlikely it happened naturally.
Whatever it was, it survived here intact for 300 years. Whoever left it for us, the strength of their intent is beyond doubt.
The strength of their intent.
Interesting philosophies. Okay, hopefully we can heal ourselves before the next battle.
Soon, we might very well learn the truth behind Shionne's thorns, as well as my own past. I have to be ready to face anything. Whatever happens.
Okay.
I'm determined to save Shionne and Dahna. Nothing I learn can change that.
What? Yeah, go in there. Okay. A long corridor full of... Hey! This is familiar.
Hold up, you guys.
What is it?
I want to look through that room over there. I'm curious what we'll find.
That's the room you visited in your past, right? Sure. We can check it out.
It's a laboratory. I thought we destroyed the whole place.
This looks like some kind of research facility.
A laboratory secreted away in the Forbidden Zone. Why am I past being surprised at this point?
Looks pretty deserted.
Let's check it out. It might give us a new lead.
I mean, there's only one sovereign at any time. Or actually, this is not true because we know Warren and Alphen. But I mean, public knowledge. They think there's only one sovereign at a time, right? So the Forbidden Zone is only accessible by sovereigns, so only accessible by one person. This kinda does not make any sense. Why is this so big here? Just for one person? An operating table. Many subjects undoubtedly never came back alive from their operations on this. Oh, hold on just 1 second.
For the people of Lenegus, the Forbidden Zone is the stuff of dreams. Yet here I am, standing within its hallowed halls.
It's off limits even for lords, then? Talk about an exclusive club.
Being exclusive is one thing, but how many important facilities let in only the Sovereign? Doesn't that seem a little strange?
Yeah.
Strange doesn't cover it. If it was only one room, maybe. But a place on this scale?
Exactly!
How do they keep it from falling into ruin? Whoever the Sovereign is, they can't manage the upkeep of this whole place themselves.
Did no one ever talk about it when you were growing up?
No, not that I can remember. Then again, sovereigns and forbidden zones weren't exactly breakfast table conversations.
The Forbidden Zone is a hallowed place, at one with the Sovereign's authority, grounds of the one true ruler who presides over all Renans. That is what we believed this place to be. No, what we were made to believe it was. But now, it is finally time to discover this area's true purpose, and why it was kept hidden behind the scenes for so long.
Oh my god, it seems like we are uncovering some kind of conspiracy of Renan society or something. With the Red Woman at its very front. Okay, there are some kind of plants. Don't know if that's only for decorative purposes or what. But what is this?
I think I can make this work.
Well, can you make head or tail of it?
These are experiment records by the looks of it. Reams of them, dating back hundreds of years. Let's see.
Maybe 300 years
A
ago.
composite being capable of controlling Dahnan astral energy so as to convert its molecular and elemental makeup. The creation of a governing central figure taking the form of a Dahnan. Codename Sovereign.
Sovereign.
Wait, there's more. Research into utilizing force field crystals for the purpose of stable astral energy containment. That must be the master course. With all this raw data, there's bound to be records here somewhere about the Maiden and the Lords, too.
About the Lords? Why would they be on there?
Think about it. The Lord's crests are clearly of a piece with those of both the Sovereign and the Maiden. Not to mention the fact that the contenders to the crown are selected from otherwise regular Renan citizens. In other words, it may be that all Renans are unwittingly being made subject to some kind of grand scheme.
What about the Sovereign? Does it say anything else?
Where do I start? All I've read so far is the headlines. There's so much here. To sift through all of it would require specialized... Wait.
What is it? Did you find something?
It's a list of names, with the title Test Subjects, Sovereign. It's your call.
Read it.
There must be dozens of test subjects listed here. Hundreds even. All of them failures. Wait. I think I've found one that was successful.
Me.
Test subject number 1273. Ethnicity, NA. Unique adjustment index, generation, NA. Given name, Alphen.
Well, this is no shock. Or shouldn't be a shock to you, Alphen. You know this already.
They re-engineered me. Right here in this lab.
Alphen.
It's fine, really. What about the others? Was I the only one?
Test subject number 10105. Ethnicity, NA. Unique adjustment index, generation, NA. Given name, Volron.
Volron? But that means...
He's only sovereign because someone made him that way too.
Makes sense.
He's the last one. In 3 centuries worth of records, you and Volron are the only 2 subjects on whom the experiment was a success.
So they experimented on both Dahnan and Renan.
But what about the winners of the crown contests? Does this mean that none of them were ever crowned sovereign after all?
Upon victory, the Sovereign shall return to Rena and rule over Rena and Lenegis combined. When a new Sovereign is decided, the outgoing monarch shall relinquish their post and live out the rest of their days on Rena. So we were told. But according to these records, there have only ever been 2 Sovereigns, neither of whom had anything to do with the crown contest. It's all lies, including the part about the Sovereign residing in Rena. The crown contest was never about deciding a new ruler. It must always have been devised for some other purpose.
But even supposing that's true, someone must have been in charge for the past 3 centuries, right?
Yeah.
If it wasn't the Sovereign, then who was
The
it?
Red Woman.
Crown contests have been held this whole time, in spite of the fact that there was already a Sovereign. Me. Meaning that for the past 300 years, someone out there has to have been maintaining that lie. The same person I'm willing to bet is behind all this.
The Red Woman? It's possible. But that doesn't necessarily mean she's the mastermind behind this scheme.
True.
She could be working for someone else. Someone back on the Renan homeworld.
Either way, it's fair to say she's definitely involved somehow.
What about the data records? Is there no other information that could help us?
Not that I can see. Just file upon file of experiment results. There's nothing here about who's behind all this, or what their endgame is, unfortunately. I've barely managed to scratch the surface, mind you. You won't be able to read through it all, but you're welcome to take a look through what you can, while we're here.
I'll do that.
So this is where Alphen became the Sovereign, and Volron as well. The significance of this location would suggest...
Hey, it looks like the terminals in here turned on too.
We should look through them. They might contain valuable information.
Okay. Select a topic. Sedative Mask. A device covering the wearer's whole face that restricts their mental activity. It was developed for the purpose of pacifying prisoners. Medical applications are also recognized, particularly as a means of preventing patients from sustaining mental trauma. However, doing so is not recommended, as prolonged use of the device carries the risk of inducing a number of adverse side effects. Oh great! Addendum. Due to the loss of production facilities incurred from the partial destruction of Lenegis, additional devices will no longer be manufactured. Brainwashing Report. After receiving reports of a robust new form of rule emerging in Dahna's water realm, a study was commissioned to investigate the matter in depth. This system is unique in that it elevates only the Lord as the supreme authority while relegating both Renans and Dahnans alike to enslavement. Test subject number 10105 serves as the realm's current Lord and has achieved this without the use of any special powers, drugs, or special devices. Rather, it has done so by sheer governance. Given this method's effectiveness at population control, monitoring of the situation will continue. By sheer governance, what does that even mean? Addendum 1. Collapse of cognitive facilities via extreme mental compression, rooted in violence and fear, has proven to be key to this style of rule. Okay, once the subject loses its autonomy, they become desensitized to fear and subsequently cease to prioritize even their own personal safety. Though such a state is ill-suited for commanding officers, it remains an effective way to cultivate disposable infantry and slaves for manual labor. Addendum 2. Sotis and Lenegis who have undergone this treatment will be asked to secure classified sectors as a trial, thus results will be monitored. Oh my god. I mean... Okay, we clearly know that the Red Woman brainwashed the childhood friend of Duhalim. So they did find out its secrets, I suppose, the brainwashing secrets. Then I guess Astral Energy Converter that converts the elemental composition of Dahna's astral energy and transmits it to Rena. Oh, Lenegis is an energy converter. Okay. Energy conversion is achieved by placing the Sovereign Maiden and Rena's Alma within the central core of Lenegis. But when it activated, the Sovereign and the Maiden were on Dahna, right? Nowhere within the central core of Lenegis. But now that we're here, maybe we'll make everything worse. It's comprised of classified personal residence zone around a large conduit, along with the layer surrounding them. Outer layer is deployed upon activation, unlocking the conduit while functioning as the stabilization mechanism. Due to its design, deployment of the outer layer is expected to cause damage. However, it only takes place during the final stage of the spirit channeling ceremony. No contingency plan to address that damage is needed. Maybe that's also what happened in the past when... Yeah, Alphen and... Who was the maiden? Irene was her name, right? Did the spirit channeling ceremony, right? And everything just broke down? Is it because of this exact same reason? Like the transformation of Lenegis? Maybe it wasn't Alphen's fault after all. Until that phase, Lenegis serves as the central base of operations and execution of the crown contest. Not sure how recent this information is, but if it's information from 300 years ago, they already had a plan to make crown contests on Dahna. Warning: any personnel with level 3 authority or lower is strictly forbidden from the classified zone. Will be immediately executed. Oh my goodness. A massive spirit vessel placed on Dahna for the spirit channeling ceremony. It serves as a tip of Lenegis' conduit from which it separates. Upon landing, it extends 2 sets of conducting pathways. The vertical pathways connect to the center of Dahna. The horizontal pathways proceed to envelop the entire surface of Dahna. Once activated, links the biological spirit vessels, efficiently harvesting the planet's astral energy. The energy transmitted to Rena. Construction and adjustments take place in the Forbidden Zone's regulator area. Lenegis' outer layer must be deployed prior to launch. Oh, okay. Intended to function semi-autonomously. Only maintenance personnel are expected to interface with it. Addendum 1. Detachable Harvester 1 was lost on Dahna after exploding due to the rampancy exhibited by the Sovereign. Like me? Okay, maybe Alphen did something and the Harvester broke down. Detachable Harvester 2's landing point will remain the same as that of the previous model. This is due to the explosion of the previous model, which altered the planetary topography, enabling easier connection to the center of Dahna. Oh my god. Which means Alphen helped a little bit in the conduit. Huh.
Only 2 sovereigns in over 300 years. So why has the experiment only succeeded twice in all this time? And if that's the case, why keep on doing it? Was there really no other way? Or could there be some other reason?
Dohalim.
Forgive me.
Alphen.
I'm fine. I'm just a little shaken, that's all. I knew what I was already, so it's not like it's a surprise or anything.
Yeah.
But it's strange. I've got all this rage inside of me, but I don't even know who it's for. I'm scared that I'll put a face to it, just to have someone to blame.
If that were to happen, then No. Then we'd help you fight it, before you ever got that far. Wouldn't we, everyone?
Yeah, we wouldn't just sit by and watch you spiral out of control.
That's right. No good can come from being consumed by hatred.
If you ever start to lose your way, you can count on us to guide you back. To remind you where home is.
And I would be happy to lend an attentive ear, should you ever have need.
Thank you, everyone. I think I'll be okay now.
Oh my, that was so wholesome. And Dohalim's offer was the least. The least everyone had to offer. Master cores are instruments of power containing astral energy. 5 of these master cores are loaned to Renan lords at the time of the crown contest. The Dark Master Core is maintained inside the Forbidden Zone until the Rena's Alma is ready to be reformed. Underneath the Master Core's spherical outer layer is a force field crystal used for the purpose of astral energy containment and stabilization. Inside it, astral energy is stored in a dormant state. Each lot competes in the crown contest to amass their allotted type of astral energy. In the event of an emergency, each lot may be allowed to withdraw. However, the extent allowed is determined based on their own individual strength. Addendum 1. Design flaws in how the Rena's Alma materializes. Active Master Cores may resonate with each other in close proximity and become unstable. Successful generation of Rena's Alma Master Cores will cease to be deployed and the crown contest will be permanently halted. What do you mean by permanently halted? You mean the crown contest that is currently happening will be halted, right? Not all the future crown contests. Spirit cores are end terminals used for the collection of astral energy, okay. Embedded in a biological subject, establishes connection. Connections are used to amass astral energy generated from physical activity. This emitted energy is prone to diffuse, so must be placed within range of a spirit vessel. Dahnans must be employed to harvest this astral energy for the purpose of the crown contest. It is advised that spirit cores be retrieved from host bodies and reused upon their death. Oh. Can also be embedded in Zeugles. Ah, to control them? Okay. How come all the Zeugles run out of control then? Addendum. Increased physical load on a host body tends to produce increased astral energy emissions. Final confirmation of ideal workload to impose on host bodies without inducing death for maximum astral energy yields is still pending. Great! Of course they don't care about the Dahnans. No research is being done in over 300 years on this topic. Lords. Each crown contest, 5 of the best qualified members of the Renan populace are chosen to act as lords. During their tenure, they are granted level 3 authority, and one of the 5 realms, and its Master Core. Assigned an ID crest indicating their designated element. Selection process is based on astral artistry and physical and mental aptitude. Only the strongest become lords, but the position itself does not make one stronger. Lords are not the only individuals capable of drawing out a Master Core's powers. All Renans must take part in the selection process, and acceptance is mandatory. Not allowed for those deemed unsuitable to decline. Wow, that's harsh, but why would a Renan decline anyway? In an event that an acting lord is incapacitated and can no longer serve, a replacement must be prepared. Okay. Unique Adjustment Index Test Subject Report. Okay. Report on the second successful case of Sovereign Test Subject Experimentation. 10105 Voran. Although subject possesses high potential, exhibits significant mental instability. Distaste for following orders. The risk it poses surpassed the last successful subject. Also a failure, and under consideration for disposal. But how come he became a lord? Wait, okay. So Alphen was also a failure in their eyes because... No, it says successful subject, but it's a failure for some reason, because he went out of control maybe. Addendum. The first successful case in 300 years. Oh, so okay, so 300 years ago Alphen was made the sovereign. It succeeded, and Voran, 300 years after, was the next successful experiment, is that it? Okay, so Voran didn't age 300 years like we did, right? Previously mentioned risk factors are now mitigated due to established control protocols. Oh no, what did they do to Valron? He is evaluated under the assumption that Plan 2 will proceed and will be dispatched to Dahna under the guise of serving as a lord. Okay. The Sovereign acts as Leneg's central control device for the spirit channeling ceremony. Each one is granted level 2 authority and an ID crest. A Dahnan subject serves as the base of its creation. In theory, ideal candidates possess equal affinity for every astral element. Okay, wait. A Dahnan subject serves as the base of its creation. Okay, but Voron wasn't a Dahnan. Or was he? And he was made sovereign and then pretended to be a Renan lord? Maybe? However, such aptitude is statistically rare to uncover within real-world conditions. Most subjects die, and stability is not guaranteed. Instability with Sovereign's powers of astral manipulation, it poses a high risk if left unchecked. Stabilization measures must be put in place via the support mechanism when utilizing the Sovereign in the spirit channeling ceremony. We have no idea what the support mechanism is. Addendum 1. No alternate methods have been found. Trials will continue. Unit 2 adjustments are a success. Subsequent adjustments are to be put on hold while observation takes place. Okay. What about a maiden? Is the maiden... Maybe the maiden is the control mechanism. Acts as a sovereign support mechanism. Each one is granted blah blah blah. A Renan subject serves its functions, providing the sovereign with the supplemental dark astral it lacks, in tandem with the Rena's Alma. Oh, providing him with the dark astral element. Makes sense. During the ceremony, partly responsible for astral energy conversion, also maintaining stability over the Sovereign's own powers. The degree of intimacy has been observed to positively impact this level of stability. Oh. Trial activations of the Sovereign without a maiden present are expressly forbidden. Neither the Sovereign nor the maiden are to be informed about the details of the spirit channeling plan. Okay, it's still a mystery. Addendum 1. Mental instability in the maiden has been deemed the cause of the past Sovereign's rampancy. Countermeasures must be considered. Maybe the thorns was some kind of counter... No, actually no. She already had the thorns when we caused everything to collapse. Yeah, so this can't be it. In line with plan adjustments, the current subject will have its maiden registration revoked and be returned to its original household. Okay, I wonder who did the maiden part for Voron then? Not sure. Why did they send Voron down to Dahna anyway? They needed him here for the spirit channeling thing, ceremony, right? Unless there's no need for the spirit channeling ceremony anymore for some reason. Oh boy. That was my bed. Three life bottles, thanks. A room unchanged over 3 centuries. It's like time itself has stopped. It's very weird. I guess Alphen didn't destroy the Forbidden Zone after all. only the residential zones back then. Equipment for monitoring subjects. It probably had a failure disposal mechanism as well. Holy crap. Automatically disposing of the dead bodies? Yikes. A notice, this area will now be shut down as the project proceeds to the final phase. Okay, the final phase. Sounds ominous. You see lots of numbers. Looks like logs of alignment between subjects and Lenegis proper. Neori, not Irene. What was I thinking?
Don't talk. I have to do this. I gave you my word that I'd help you return to Dahna. The next time you open your eyes, you'll be home.
But you...
My place is here with my people. I still have a duty to fulfill. I'm sorry for what you've endured. Renan never should have dragged you into this. It's not your burden to bear.
But...
The mask contains a sedative. It should keep your mind from tearing itself apart any further. Let yourself go to sleep. This should help with the pain. Time to go, Alphen. Farewell. His injuries are worse than I thought. Short-term treatment isn't going to cut it. I'll have to switch the healing pod to long-term hibernation mode. The chance of surviving hibernation's less than 10%?
Oh.
And worse, long-term use of the mask carries a high risk of damaging his mind and nervous system. But...
Oh.
Lenegis will be nothing but ashes, and this starship along with it. I don't know if I can fulfill my promise to you, Alphen. But if doing this will grant you even the slightest chance, I have to try.
Oh my god, don't tell me I could have...
It's enough.
I could have gotten nerve damage and brain damage.
Please, live for me, Alphen.
Oh my god, it's a miracle.
That vision. It must have been from when Neori helped Alphen escape Lenegis.
She sure went above and beyond the call of duty.
Even with Lenegis crumbling down around her, she chose to stay put with her people.
So that's why you lost your memories and sense of pain, and why you were asleep for that whole time. It was all the result of one agonizing decision Neori made to save your life.
Yeah. If it weren't for her, I wouldn't even be alive today. I owe her everything. More than I could ever hope to repay.
Now that you know how she felt, how do you plan on honoring her wishes?
She kept her promise. If the Renan people she fought so desperately to protect are at risk from a malevolent force, then I owe it to her to carry on her fight. Neori was the one who put that mask on me, and made me Iron Mask.
She did it to prevent your soul from tearing itself apart. She knew you might lose your memories and sense of pain as a result. But more than anything, she wanted you to survive. And you did.
Well, I only had a 10% chance of surviving. That is no... These odds are not good. That's all I want to say. But of course I'm glad to be alive.